Well, I'm in Lacombe on my way to an auction. This is actually in conjunction with L&B's sale, is August consignment sale in Remby. But it's for the LA Vintage Machinery Club. And it's all antique stuff. It's all antique tractors and parts and stuff. I don't know what's all there, but we're gonna check it out anyways, and I believe this deserves its own preview. Here's a nice 190 Allis-Chalmers. This one's got a blade on pushing snow. Way better than the one that was at the sale. This front tire's tired. She's pretty bald. It's nice and straight. It's got a cab on it. Rubber's good at the back though. I'm pretty sure this is a running tractor. Had good rears on it, 2 remotes on it. It's got the drawbar and the PTO. It's a nice old tractor for somebody. So there you go. In the auction, it's advertised in the Allis-Chalmers B, and it's not. I think this is a WF Allis-Chalmers. It's got implement steers and they're really good shape. The tractor's nice and straight. The battery's missing out of it, but I think it's loose and runnable all right. Good tires on it. It's a nice old tractor for somebody, a real nice Ellis for somebody. This one, there's no battery. I think they just hand started this tractor, to be honest with you. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. Good rubber all the way around. I can't discern if this thing's in gear. It's stuck, but I don't think it would be stuck, but you never know. It's a nice tractor nonetheless. Here's a W400, a real nice W400 gas. It's got decent steers on it. This one somebody put it on 12 volt. 2886 is the serial number, so this would be a 56. It's got the proper headlights on it. It's got a battery in it. Let's hook this up. See if it'll start. Nicer. The tires are good. They're older, but they're good tires. There's nothing wrong with them for an antique tractor. It's got the proper rear light. It's got a remote. These look like the case style remotes. It's got this drawbar clevis, which is good, and the drawbar doesn't show much wear. Of course, you get the live PTO and your torque amplifier. Key's missing out of it, and I'm not gonna fool with it. I'm gonna just pull this. Just unhook the ground cable, and I'm not gonna start it. It's a nice old tractor for somebody. Very nice W400. Everything's perfectly straight. It's got the belt pulley with it and stuff. The belt pulley's in good enough shape, it just needs oil. Everything's right about this tractor. It's a nice W400 for somebody. So there you go. Here's an Allis-Chalmers WD-45. This tire is cracked. The rest of the rubber's good on it. It's got an alternator on it. Somebody converted it. It's a nice tractor. It's got power adjusted rear wheels, and the tires aren't that bad on it really. No battery in it though. Let's get started. I was told that the WD-45s had a curved shifter and the WDs have a straight one. Well, this has got a straight one, and a friend of mine has WD-45 with a straight gear shift, so I don't know Ellis well, but that tells me that some of them did have straight set shifters. This one's the best tire of the bunch. Rims are good. These power adjusted rears, it seems that the rims get bad worse than anything else, and I don't know why. Doesn't look like the pulleys run much. It's a nice WD-45 for somebody. Here's a nice styled John Deere AR. Everything's nice and straight on it. It's got good rubber on it. It's 1951 model is what it's supposed to be. The batteries are out of this there again. Need batteries. It's a nice John Deere for somebody. It's missing the battery lids, and this here's a little rough. Somebody made a custom gear shift knob. This tire is just about new. It's beautiful shape. This one's got the pulley guard and everything. Like, this tractor's perfectly complete. It's got all the lights on it and stuff. It's pretty well all there. It's a nice John Deere for somebody. It really is. So there you go. Here's a Minneapolis-Moline RTI industrial tractor. It's got good steers on it. You know what this is, don't you? I know exactly what that is. That's an IH hydraulic tank, like for the standard treads, the 4, 6, and 9 series. Super 600, 650. That's a hydraulic tank for IH, that one. It's got a loader on it. I don't know if that's the proper Minneapolis loader. It was added to it. It's a nice old tractor. Got new front tires. The rear tires have seen better days at 14. These are 1224. Okay. It was running and functioning when parked. The engine is seized. So these are sold by members of the club or others, but this is a very interesting tractor, though, to say the least. And you know, these don't come up every day. They just don't. There's the heavy-duty drawbar. I don't know if that's part of the industrial package, or it was homemade, or looks homemade to me. It doesn't look factory, but it's a very interesting old tractor. The engine is stuck apparently, but it's really neat to see something like this at auction. And they'll be, and somebody's gonna want this. It'll be a good tractor for somebody. Here's another Minneapolis-Moline Z. This is an IH headlight, but it works. Guide made lights for a lot of tractors. I think they are IH lights, honestly, that they used on here. It's nice and straight, though. I don't like the fact that there's no exhaust pipe coming off of here, but by the way the Mini is done, the exhaust pipe's broken off. It usually comes out the side, so it may not be that bad, but I think it could be stuck. Doesn't look like it's turned a wheel for a while. The rims are buggered up, and therefore the tires are no good either. So it's a project tractor, a parts tractor for somebody. This rim's buggered too. But it is what it is. It's a nice enough tractor to start with anyways. It's a nice core. Somebody could make something out of it, perhaps. Here's a 350 Wheatland. This one's got the wrong front axle. It's off a Massey combine or something like that, and they put hydrostatic power steering on it, I think. It's still got the decals left. It's got the 350 emblem, which you can get reproductions of now. The steering box is there, but they put this setup on. Yeah, it looks like the steering box. No, they cut the steering box off. You don't need to, there's a few things that you need to do to make this proper. There's a pre-screener on this, but the hood's cut out for that. Like, these had upright exhaust on them, these 350 Wheatlands, but the gas ones did not have the air cleaner come through the hood. It's missing the starter. It's got the torque amplifier controls and stuff with it. Fenders are there again, they're bent a little bit there, but they're straightable. Yeah, you see that's got Massey-Ferguson on it. That came off a combine, I bet you, on it. And it's got the drawbars with it. It's got a case toolbox on it, and there's your rear fuel tank. That's a nice enough tractor for somebody. It's got 2 sets of wheel weights on it and stuff. Well, these are pretty strong tractor. 8239, so this is the, I think, 57. It's a nice old tractor for somebody anyways. Here's a Massey-Ferguson 97 on propane yet. Tires are okay. It's got power steering. Something like this on propane is neat. But there again, they're Minneapolis tractors, so maybe more of them are on propane than you think. Somebody replaced that coil. This is not the best. The tire's good except for this here. Somebody probably ran over something and they put a boot in the tire. It's got 2 sets of weights. This fender's bent a bit. These are hand clutch. It's a neat old tractor though. It's got for back lights on it. It's got all the lights on it. This tire is really nice. So my guess is somebody ran over something with the other one. Battery's missing out of it though. These are so far pretty well all project tractors to my knowledge. Could be runners though. So there you go. And if one isn't enough, here's a second Massey-Ferguson 97 on propane. It's got a pretty interesting muffler and exhaust system on it though. It's got power steering on it. I don't know if this I think is, I'd call a project tractor. You could tell when they aren't runners. And I'm pretty sure this is not a runner. I can't tell. I don't know if it's seized up or not. I could try it. Yeah, I think it's loose. I think the engine's free. Tires are cracked pretty good. They're smiling a bit. Fenders are dinged a bit, but they're fixed. They're repairable. That's a nice enough old tractor for somebody. This one's got 2 sets of weights on this side and none on the other, so you could move one weight to the other side and have a set of wheel weights on it. But there again, it's missing the battery. It's like I said, I figure it's loose. Yeah, it's loose. It's currently not running, so you could get running. At least it's loose, so you can get running. So there you go. Here's a little Minneapolis-Moline tractor. It's not a, I don't know what model this is. I don't know the Minneapolis well. It's nice and straight though. Tires are a little smiley all the way around. This is not good though. There's a hole in this. It's not in the block, it's just this panel here, but tells me something's wrong with the engine. Tires are smiley. This one's got just the drawbar on it and 2 remotes. It's a very interesting tractor for somebody, and it ought to be preserved, I think. Let's say BTG 440, or can't read that completely. You guys might be able to read that on the computer, I can't. Somebody put an inline filter on it, so somebody did some work on it at one time, but it needs attention. That's a nice enough old tractor for somebody, it really is. Here's another Massey 97. This one is a front wheel assist, and it's got new steering tires on it. The air cleaner's missing off of it though, so we need something. Lights are there, but need bulbs. But somebody saw enough of it to put brand new steers on it. It's a diesel. It's got an interesting hydraulic system on it. Hood's a little rough. Good rears on it. Fenders are actually nice and straight. This just needs a hammer to straighten it right out. It's a very interesting tractor to have one of these with front wheel assist is quite rare. Heavy duty drawbar on it. In fact, that was added to the drawbar, I think. There again, this tire's cracked a bit, but it's not bad. It's certainly serviceable. Somebody put a step here in the extra room spot for a battery box. Looks like an IH battery box, and somebody put it on, and that's the original battery box that back there on it. But it's an interesting old tractor. Somebody built a homemade fuel tank, I see, but that's what it is. It's a decent enough tractor for somebody. Front wheel assist, the drive shaft's not on it though. But it is what it is. It's a nice Massey-Ferguson 97 anyways, and it's a project tractor for somebody. Here's another Minneapolis. This one, the front tire's screwed. I'm not sure, I don't know my minis well. GTA, so that's a Minneapolis-Moline G. Missing the radiator, but seems stuck. It's either parts tractor or project tractor. This tire's good, the other one's buggered. That's pretty well complete and all there. Fenders are nice on it and everything. It's a nice old tractor. There's your PTO. An interesting PTO. Now, kind of scary running that, to be honest with you, with that PTO unshielded, but to have to put a guard on, and there's your pedals and stuff. That be kind of scary running that, actually. This tire looks like a porcupine is eating on it or biting it off or something. It's holding the tractor up, but it will need rubber if it was fixed up, but that's the way it is. It's a parts tractor for somebody. Here's another Minneapolis-Moline. I'd assume it's a G. This one was left uncovered, which is really unfortunate, but there again, the manifold seems okay. Tin's nice and straight. Missing the wheel on this side. Tires are shot. Yeah, this is how the PTO runs off of these. They just have a shaft off of the side. It's an accessory. 1432 tires, okay. These be an older tractor, but there again, the PTO runs off the side on an open shaft. That'd be a little scary to me. The fenders are really good on this thing, in all fairness. But it is what it is. It's either project tractor, parts tractor, GTS. Yeah. But there you go. Here's an International R180 or R160 truck. It's got a 6-cylinder in her. The tractor engines that came later were obviously designed off of these, but it's a nice truck. No rust on it, really. a little bit around the cab corners. The doors work good in these trucks, and they came out with the A series and the Loadstars. The doors weren't good anymore. It's a nice truck. It's a 5-speed, an interesting 5-speed with a 2-speed axle. That's the gear pattern. $69,931 mile is what it shows for miles. It's got a grain box on it. Of course, it's rotted down, but still a nice old truck for somebody. So there you go. Here's an old snowblower truck. This you see it at the shows, but they're gonna get rid of it, I think. It's a big 6-cylinder engine of some kind. 4 5/8 bore, so she's a pretty good 6-cylinder engine. It's a big motor. I don't know what brand this truck is, honestly. Snow-Go is the name of the outfit. I know they had this thing running. I know this thing runs. It's a very interesting outfit. It's quite an engine in it too. It's a big 6-cylinder engine of some kind. Got the spare tire with it. 1120, so that's seen better days, but it comes with it. It's very interesting. I don't know if this engine runs or not, but I think it might. Can't tell what that is for sure, but it's a big gas engine. An interesting outfit for somebody for sure. So there you go. Here's an old Chrysler car. Big V8, probably a 318 or something like that in it. Oh, what engine? That's not a 318, I don't think. It's bigger than that. Could be 313 maybe. Here's an old GMC 3-ton truck. Somebody, well, it's got some cancer on the fenders, but it's a truck. Here's an old car of some kind. Looks like somebody was making a rod out of it or something. Looks like a Model T or something like that. Oh, it's not a Model T, it's something else. I don't know these old cars well, but somebody was gonna make something out of this anyways. Chalmers. So that's the brand of this. It's got Chalmers on there, so that's the brand of the car. It's interesting. Look at there, that starter button. We just picked one up like that. That's a $75 touch. Looks like they're working on the engine all right and stuff like it. Maybe a runner, but it's gonna need some work to make it into something. It's an interesting job they did with the body. They made it look like a boat or something. I don't know. Bel Air, so there's a Chevy Bel Air car. There again, project cars. Here's another Chevy Bel Air car. That one's been dinged a bit, but I think they had two identical cars actually. Here's an automatic transmission of something. It probably comes with this car, I assume. There's a fairly nice winch deck for a big truck. Big Tulsa winch on it. Here's a little PTO generator. It's not a real powerhouse, but be handy sometime. Sometimes I think it's on a cart. This is a couple of slip tanks. Here's a little wee tumblebug, I think. Here's some belt pulleys. This here is a fast hitch. This is a fast hitch off an IH tractor, probably like a 300 utility. I think this is the off of. Here's a pair of 11L15 tires. And there's a lot to go through in here. And I don't know how much is part of the sale, but we'll go through it. This looks like a little, what is it? Fairbanks. There's a Fairbanks Morse. It's loose. Here's a vertical engine of some kind. Here's some belt pulleys, some jacks, igniters for engines, and the beam scale. This looks like a little grain grinder. Here's a big engine. It's probably hit and miss of some kind. I don't know what. It's loose. It's a very interesting engine. Not sure what this is. It's an old open flywheel, probably hit and miss governed one. It's got the pulley clutch on it. It's a nice outfit. Here's a Stickney engine right here. There again, it's loose. This is not. These are not stuck. These are runners. This is something Stickney too. I don't know what it is. What it's for though. But Ontario WE and Pump Company Limited, Toronto and Winnipeg. It's an interesting piece. Here's a set of trucks for an engine. Here's a Fairbanks Morse engine. I don't know what size it is. It's a good size. It's got a little, I bet you it'd be at least a 3 horsepower. And there again, it's been restored and stuff. It's got the whaler. It's a nice outfit. Here's an international engine. This is an LB 3-5. This one's got the big belt pulley and it's all there. It's got a homemade muffler, but it's a nice engine. It's got a brass hopper cover on it. It's a real nice engine. Here's a John Deere engine. This is the about 3 horsepower one too. It's a bigger one. Here's a couple of IH Type M engines. They're both a horse and a half. They both look like they're runners to me. They're both loose and can be made into a runner. This one's got the IH Type L magneto on it. Here's a little Fairbanks Morse engine. Here's a John Deere Type E pump engine. Here's another engine. What is this? De Laval Company. Never heard of them. Here's another engine. I'm not sure what this is, but these look like all runners to me. This is a Fairbanks again. Here's a restored Massey-Harris engine. Looks nice. Power products. Here's a little wee air-cooled engine, an antique one. And here's some fire extinguishers. Here's a gas tank in the International gas tank. This is a valve cover. This looks like a 3-5 gas tank. They're for LB engines. This is 1.5, 2.5, and here's a copper cover. And here's just some other neat stuff. This thing here is out of a grain elevator, and here's some more pieces for them. And you turn them, that indicates which bin you're in when you move the leg. That's what that's all about. Here's a scale, a couple of scales. They're elevator bin doors. Here's some binder twine. Here's some post drills. Here's a buzzsaw mandrel and blades. Little vise. This is a record vise, a little one. Looks like a good one. Here's some clocks, antique alarm clocks. Here's some wheels. This looks like the back wheel of a John Deere number 8 sickle mower to me. There's all kinds of neat stuff here. Some bolts and stuff. Here's a big old lamp of some kind. It says works on it. Here's a beam scale, probably out of an elevator. Some more antique clocks. Here's some antique toys. Here's some headlights for something. Here's an anvil, forge blower. Lots of clocks and neat stuff here. Here's a grandfather clock, a couple of them. Post drill. Here's some traps. Here's some John Deere head gaskets and parts. These are tires. These are those ugly tires. There's here's 15-inch rubber. Everything here is good. Like, there's nothing wrong with any of it. These are grinders here. Belt-driven grinders. Scoop, it looks like a coal scoop or something like that. Here's a big beam scale. This would be out of a grain elevator. Yeah, it is. It's out of. This is a scale. This is a scale right here out of a grain elevator. There's another one. There's another one. These are all out of grain elevators. At least those two are. I'm not sure about that one, but those two are for sure. This is for, this is another one of those dockage testers, those dockage machines, they're dockage tester. These are a wild oat kicker. This is an Emerson one. This is to kick the wild oats out of the green, which wild oats are a problem, especially this year. There's just lots of neat stuff here. I think these are also out of a wooden elevator. This thing's an interesting piece too. I think these are for moving rail cars by hand. They go under the wheels and you put enough mechanical advantage to roll them. That's very neat. Here's a whole bunch of skids for engines, pump engines. Like these are all I8. These are for I8 1.5, 2.5, or 3 to 5 LA and LB engines.
Yeah, will turn.
Yeah, here's a demonstration model of a diesel engine. This is very neat. It turns and stuff. It won't turn because of that. It won't turn completely because of the lot number, but it's a neat conversation piece. The valves work and everything. This is for writing checks, this thing. This is an antique, obsolete piece. And this just stamps the checks right with the numbers.
Yep.
It's very interesting. It's got a repeat tab on it and everything. Here's another elevator scale. Apparently this is for weighing sacks of grain. Beam scale. Here's a Wisconsin ENL engine. These are good. We have a few of them at home. In fact, on our 9-inch auger or a 7-inch auger, we use this all the time. We use one of these all the time, and they're really good. Here's a mower. Was a horse mower, and the farmer made this into a self-propelled mower with a John Deere engine on it. Here's a little Massey-Harris engine. I think the guy was telling me that these are made by Cushman. And here's an international engine, the LB 1.5, 2.5. These are grease guns, I think, and a box of stuff. These are speed wrenches, drills, electric impact, pop bottles, all glass pop bottles. Here's a jack. Just some interesting stuff. Here's another Fairbanks elevator scale. Here's a set of snowshoes. Here's a couple little boat motors, a Viking. These were sold by the Timothy Eaton Company. Chrysler boat motor. Here's a 40-horse Johnson motor. It says it runs. And a 20-horse Mercury. I really like the W400. That was by far the best tractor of the bunch. Very nice. There's lots of other good stuff, lots of engines there. All of them are runnable, they're all loose. Lots of other neat stuff there too. Well, I hope this video has earned a subscription and a like. God bless you all. Catch you at the next one.